In this video, we're going to talk about simplifying rational algebraic expressions. Kailan natin masasabi na ang rational algebraic expressions ay naka-simplest form na? When there are no common factors between the numerator and then the denominator other than 1 or negative 1. Let's have the following example. Simplify x raised to 5y raised to 7 z over xy squared z to the power of 5. Sa case na to, this is monomial over monomial. Ang gagawin lang natin ay apply lang po natin yung quotient law. So in quotient law, kung natatandaan ninyo, x raised to the power of m divided by x raised to the power of n, all you need to do is just subtract the exponent, x raised to m minus n. Okay? So, sagutan natin to. We have x to the power of 5 divided by x. So, that is x to the power of 4. So, sinubtract ko yung exponent niya. 5 and then 1 dito. Next, we have y to the power of 7 divided by y squared. Yan ay y to the power of 5. Sinubtract ko yung exponent niya, 7 minus 2. And then, z divided by z raised to 5. Ang sagot natin dito ay z raised to 4. Ilalagay natin siya sa baba since yung exponent ay na nasa baba ay mas malaki kesa sa numerator. So, this will be our final answer. Okay? And so, let's proceed to our example number 2. We have ax plus a1 over ax minus az. For this case po, we're going to apply factoring. Okay? Titingnan natin kung pwede natin siyang ma-factor. So, sa case na ito, pwede kong i-apply ang common monomial factoring. So, kung mapapansin niyo sa numerator, ang common factor ng numerator is a. So, factor out natin si a. So, magiging x plus y. And then, para naman kay denominator, ang common factor niya naman ay a din. Same with numerator. So, yan ay a times the quantity x minus z. Next, ika-cancel natin yung similar o parehas. That's cancel a divided by a. So, that is 1. Cancel lang natin. So, we have x plus y over x minus z as our final answer. Okay. Ayan. Let's have our third example. For our third example, simplify y squared minus 1 over y plus 1. Okay, for this case, same din. Tingnan natin kung ma-factor natin siya. Yung numerator kasi, example yan ng difference of two squares. So, alam natin, kapag difference of two squares, ma-factor natin yan agad. Ito ay halimbawa ng special factoring, no? So, ang factor natin ng y squared minus 1, yan ay perfect square ang first term. So, that is square root of y squared, that is y. Y. Then, square root of 1 para sa second term, that is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. Then, plus and minus. Okay? Then, for our denominator, just copy y plus 1. After doing the factoring po, do the cancellation po kung may makakancel tayo. So, sa case na to, meron po, that is y plus 1 and y plus 1. So, ang natira natin ay y minus 1, final answer. Okay? Next, let's have our next example. X cubed minus x squared over x minus 1. So, tingnan natin ulit kung maa-applyan natin ito ng factoring. So, kung titignan nyo yung numerator, pwede natin siyang gamitan ng common monomial factoring. So, ano po ba ang common monomial factor nito or greatest common factor nito? Yan ay x squared. Lagi nyo tatandaan, pagdating sa variable, ang common or greatest common factor niya, yun yung variable na may mas mababang exponent. Kaya x squared ang kinuha ko. Then, kunin na, kunin natin yung next factor niya. So, we have x cubed. Sulat ko siya dito. X cubed divided by x squared is equal to, di ba, subtract the exponent. So, that is 3 minus 2. So, this is x raised to 1. So, or x lang pa. So, we have x. And then, we have x squared. Ito na tayo sa second term. Divided by x squared, which is itong ating, ito. That ng x squared na yan. So, x squared divided by x squared, that is 1. So, minus 1. Okay? Then, copy the denominator. The denominator is x minus 1. And then, after copying the denominator, check if may pwedeng makancel. That is x minus 1, x minus 1. So, we have x squared, copy, will be the final answer. Let's have our next example. So, for our next example, same din nung kanina. The numerator is an example of the difference of two squares. So, ang factor lang niyan ay, madali lang, two binomials. Okay? So, just get the square root of the first term. Ito siya. Square root of x squared is x. And then, kunin ang square root nito, 64, that is 8. Ayan. Then, plus and minus. Okay? Then, copy the denominator. We have x minus 8. Then, check if we can cancel something. So, that is x minus 8 and x minus 8. So, we have x plus 8. Final answer. Okay? Next example. X squared minus 49y squared over x minus 7y. So, same din nung kanina. The numerator is an example of difference of two squares. So, the factor of this is two binomials. So, square root of x squared is x. Then, square root of 49, ito po siya. Square root of 49, that is 7. Square root of y squared, that is y. 7y. Then, plus and minus. Okay. Then, copy the denominator, which is x minus 7y. And then, cancel natin yung magkatulad. That is x minus 7y and x minus 7y. So, we have x plus 7y will be the final answer or the simplest form. Next example. For our next example, we have x squared minus 25 over x squared plus 9x plus 20. For the numerator, same lang din kanina. This is a difference of two squares. So, ganyan siya. Two binomials. So, square root ni x squared, that is x. Square root of 25, that is 5. 5, 5, and then plus and minus. For the denominator, this is a quadratic trinomial. So, usually, pag nagfa-factor tayo ng quadratic trinomial, two binomials ang sagot natin yan. Okay? So, paano ba uli mag-factor ng quadratic trinomial? So, ang gagawin nyo, kukunin nyo yung last term ng trinomial, 20. Positive 20. And then, yung middle numerical coefficient ng middle term, 9. Now, you're going to think of two numbers that if I multiply, I will get 20. Then if I add, I will get 9. Okay, so again, you're going to think of two numbers that if I multiply, I will get 20. And if I add, I will get 9. So yan ay 5 and then 4. Tama? So 5 times 4, that is 20. 5 plus 4, that is 9. So the factors of x squared plus 9x plus 20 are x plus 5 and x minus plus 4. Okay? After factoring the numerator and then the denominator, cancel tayo. So, ang ika-cancel natin, we have x plus 5, x plus 5. Laging magkatulad. So, our final answer will be x minus 5 over x plus 4. Final answer. Okay. Next example, let's have r squared minus 1 over r squared plus 4r minus 5. So, same as example nung kanina. You're going, for the numerator, again, this is an example of difference of two squares. So, ganito siya. Yan. So, kunin lang yung square root ng first term, r squared, that is r. And then, square root of 1, that is 1. Then, plus and minus. Then, for the denominator, same din kanina. This is a quadratic trinomial. So, let's see if we can factor this in two binomials. So, you have get the last term, that is negative 5, and then get the numerical coefficient of the middle term, that is 4. Now, using trial and error, think of two numbers that if I multiply, I will get negative 5, and if I add, I will get positive 4. So that is positive 5, positive 5, and then negative 1. Tama? So 5 times negative 1 is negative 5, and then 5 plus negative 1, that is positive 4. So the answer will be, or the factors are, r plus 5 and r minus 1. Okay? Then do the cancellation. And cancel tayo. So the answer will be r plus 1 over r plus 5. Final answer.